today is day 8 of our 3-day marathon live stream. So, again, welcome back to another live stream, and today we are going to talk about a couple of stuff. But the main point of today's live stream is I'm going to predict the outcome of all of the matches in NXT Stand and Deliver. Because previously I thought I wanted to do the prediction alongside with night one of WrestleMania, but since NXT just aired yesterday and there won't be any updates on the match card, so you know what? I'm going to predict it literally today. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. But I forgot to look up the match card. Let's look it up first. NXT Stand and Deliver 2023 match card. There you go. And I think this year's Stand and Deliver is actually going to be pretty darn good. Why did I say that? Because one of the thing is on yesterday's NXT episode, the build up for Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker, they actually use Prime Target. It's been a while since I saw a Prime Target video package on NXT. I think that the last time I saw a Prime Target um, a Prime Target video package was back on the back when Finn Balor was had returned to NXT when he had a rivalry with Karrion Cross. That was the last time I think I've seen a Prime Target figure package. Not even like on Stand and Deliver last year, which was the match between Braun Breaker and Dolph Ziggler. We didn't have a Prime Target figure package, but finally we got one now, which was pretty exciting. The figure package was amazing, and it shows that this rivalry is not about good guy and bad guy, face or heel. It's literally to show who is the best. They literally start their career on the same spot where Carmelo Hayes started his career on NXT as the breakout tournament winner, and Braun Breaker started his career by literally becoming the NXT champion. So I think let's start from the bottom. That because it was the main event. Let's start from the bottom here. Okay. I think. Oh yeah, this should be good. So we got a triple threat match for the tag team championship between the champion Gallus, the Creed brothers, and also Tony D'Angelo and Stax Lorenzo. I think this would be a really fun match, and the only great option is for the Gallus to retain their championship. There is no need for these two teams to win the title in this very moment because I think Gallus needs to be a because they are showing that they are a fighting champion, and I think they need to become a dominant champion. We have not seen Joe uh, Joe Coffey ever since Gallus returned, so maybe he would make a return in this match. Um, I'm not against it, but I don't think the possibility of that happening is really high. But maybe after them becoming a solid tag team, like a dominant tag champs, maybe Joe Coffey could come back as a single superstar on NXT. And then let's go here. Team Chase U versus Team The Schism, and this is going to be the very first time we will see Eva Rain, The Rock's daughter, having her in-ring debut. This is pretty interesting because, of course, myself as a fan of the Chase U University gimmick, I would love Chase U to win this match. But the story of the Schism taking control of the Chase University is really intriguing in my opinion. Like, I mean, some people with like corrupted minds controlling an entire university is like a really great story in my opinion. So, and I think they could sell it even more, not just for the story, but also to build the credibility of the Schism as a threat in NXT, and maybe further more down the line when they got called up to the main roster. So, yeah, my prediction would go to the Schism in this one. I'm sorry, Mr. Chase, but and I'm sorry to Talbot as well, who was in the match. Oh my gosh, man, big strong boy, big strong boy. Okay, so we got the fatal five-way match for the NXT North American Championship between the champion Wesley, Axiom, Dragon Lee. My gosh, Dragon Lee finally he's making his debut, man. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Dragon Lee is in WWE. First time I saw him, it was on a an AW episode actually. The first time I saw Dragon Lee, and I was really hooked with his moveset when he was with Rouge and the rest of the live action in Gorbanables. And I saw more of his matches on um, Ring of Honor, and boy, this man rules. This man is sick. I'm in love with this guy, man. Okay, so the other two members of this match is Ilya Dragunov and JD McDonough. So basically, in this match, the only people that's going to destroy each other is Ilya Dragunov and JD McDonough, and then we're going to focus on Wesley, Dragon Lee, and also Axiom. This is not a ladder match. This is just a simple fatal five-way match, which is going to be a great match. There will be spots, high-flying moves, and then um, and then some like stiff strikes from both Ilya and JD. This is like a really good combination between like luchador, high flyer, and then stiff wrestling with these five people. That's why I'm really looking forward to this match. So my prediction for this match is going to be Wesley retaining. I don't really see any of these people to win the title, especially not Dragon Lee. I think this is a great way to actually debut Dragon Lee on NXT because he does not necessarily take the the pin to lose the match, but he is also going to showcase a lot of his moveset on why he deserves to be part of NXT. You know, why he deserves to be in WWE. That's why I'm looking forward to this match. So we got the NXT Tag Team Championship match between Fallon Henley and Kiana James versus Alba Fire and Ella Dawn. This one is easy. I don't think Fallon Henley and Kiana James would retain their title, especially if they're fighting against Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So I'm going for Alba Fire and Isla Dawn to me because it's not the type of match that I'm really looking forward to because there's like really lack of build up. It's been like different stories, like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn had their own story trying to break up um, Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley, and then Fallon Henley and Kiana James had their own storyline with Brooks Jensen, Josh Briggs, and Brooks Jensen. So this feels like a really random match, but maybe it's just a way to elongate the rivalry between Fallon Henley and Kiana James and essentially move the title from from Kaden Carter and Katana Chance to Alpha and Isla Dawn by not beating them because they lost the title to Fallon and Kiana because Kiana cheated in the match. So essentially they could not lose their title clean, but it still make those two look strong compared if they lose the title immediately to Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So this is a good way because Kiana and Fallon Henley literally just a transi- tran- uh, what a transitional champion. Is that the word? Is that a word in English? a transition champion, transitional icon. I can't speak. So yeah, there's there's a they're just a transitional champion. I don't know if that's actually English or not, but yeah. So next one, an unsanctioned match between Grayson Waller and Johnny Gargano. This one is going to be one of the matches that I'm going to look forward to because I want to see how brutal the match is going to get. But I think this one is pretty easy. Johnny Gargano is winning. Why? Simple. Johnny needs a momentum going forward to going back to the main roster, but it does not necessarily hurt the momentum of Grayson Waller itself because the reason this match happened is because Johnny Gargano did not get his closure to his NXT story. So this is the closure that he's going to get. He's going to get the closure by defeating or beating down the person that humiliates him on his final day on NXT last year. 2 years ago at least, I think. Or like early last year because he left WWE like late December or early January. I can't remember. It's one of those two. And after he beat Grayson Waller, he's going to come back to Monday Night Raw, and then Grayson Waller is going to get called out to the main roster. That would be a great storytelling. Grayson Waller is definitely ready for the main roster, man. He's one of those people in NXT that I think is ready to be called up to the main roster. He has a great character. He has developed himself from like an internet superstar. Oh, look at me! I'm live on TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat into like a really, really hated heel. He started off as like this guy who wears boxers and tried to be like um, Maybelline MMA fighter. He had a great moveset, but nobody really cares about him back in the day, especially when you are tying up with in a tag team with Drake Maverick. But now he has made a name for himself when he turned heel, and I think that's the best for his career. And I think if he's actually getting called up to the main roster, he's going to do great. He's going to do great, and they could get a storyline back with Johnny Gargano and also AJ Styles and maybe LA Knight because they had unfinished business. So the next one is the ladder match between Roxanne Perez, the champion, Gigi Dolan, Indy Hartwell, Lyra Valkyria, Tiffany Stratton, and Zoe Stark. As much as people wanted Tiffany Stratton to win the title, I don't see it. I don't see why Tiffany Stratton should win the title right now. I still think that Roxanne Perez is going to retain her championship at Stand and Deliver, and I don't really see any of these people is winning the title from her. I know this is a ladder match where anything could possibly go because we've seen a lot of titles change hands on a ladder match, and it's like one of those unpredictable moments. Last year on NXT Stand and Delivery, we had a ladder match for the NXT North American title, and the person who won it was Cameron Grimes. The champion did not retain, so it may be going to be the case for this year as well. The same thing happened with the Intercontinental Championship ladder match on like WrestleMania on which I forgot which year where Zack Ryder won the title. That was unexpected, but it was a welcome unexpected. But I don't think we need a new champion right now because Roxanne has not really gave a lot of great title defense. Well, the one against Meiko was amazing, but it was on a weekly episode of NXT and not on a pay-per-view. She has not really gotten a lot of exciting title defense on pay-per-view other than the match between her and Gigi Dolan and JC Jane. So I think she needs to retain the title so she could have more exciting title defense in the future. And maybe at some point drop the title to Tiffany, or maybe Gigi Dolan, or maybe Zoe Stark. But right now, that's not a great timing. So my prediction would be Roxanne Perez. And then finally, the main event. I think people can agree with me that this is one of the matches they are looking forward to. This match has been 2 years in the making. I think so, 2 years in the making, maybe 3 years because they started in the performance center together. Carmelo Hayes is the first one that debuted on live television, but Braun Breaker is the first one that actually got pushed to be their top guy. And these two has actually been on par with each other. Braun Breaker being the main person on NXT by being the NXT champion, but Carmelo Hayes actually brings relevant and actually um, brings more attract attention to the North American title. He's making this title feels like he's giving more credibility to the NXT North American title, and that's why people tune in more to see his title defense, probably more than seeing Braun Breaker's title defense. And that's why I think these two are on par despite them having different titles, but they're still on the same level. That's why there's a lot of people really looking forward to this match, and I think you guys already know the answer on who is going to win this match. This is the moment where Carmelo Hayes is going to beat Braun Breaker for the title. Braun Breaker has been the NXT champion for far too long. I think his main roster debut should have happened a long time ago, like months. A lot of people thought when Dolph Ziggler beat him on NXT Stand and Deliver last year, it would be the moment where Braun Breaker um, move up to the main roster, but no, he won the title on the next Monday on Raw from Dolph Ziggler, which was really weird in my opinion. And then we thought that Apollo Crews is going to be the person who's going to take the title away from Braun Breaker. Nope. And we thought Grayson Waller is going to be the one who takes the title away. Nope. He's still the NXT tag team. I'm sorry. He's still the NXT champion. He had lost the title multiple times. That's why it felt like he has been champion for a long time. But his title reign that is not that long actually. It felt long because he had multiple title reigns. I think he has been champion since like 3 months into the debut of NXT 2.0. So since like middle 2021, I think. Since like middle 2021. So he probably has become a champion for, if we add everything up, he's been champion probably for like more than 300 days, which is insane. And I think it's time to give Carmelo Hayes this spotlight. He is the great person. He is the correct person. He is the best option to take the title away from Braun Breaker because, as I said before, this is a storyline that has been built since the time they signed with WWE. They have been on par. Whether they have a title, whether they have no title, they have been on par with each other. They always destined to battle each other to show who is the best, who is the better person. This is like the same story with. I'm sorry if I'm going to off topic a little bit here. It's like the same story with Kamen Rider Blade and Kamen Rider Chalice, because both of them are the Joker in the story, and the Joker always destined to fight each other Like they're destined to, whenever they go around the world, they are destined to face each other again, and they have to battle each other because that's like their fate. And I think that's the same thing that's going on with Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. No matter where their career brought them in NXT, they will always destined to finally face each other in a match. And that moment is right here, right now. And this, as I talked at the start of the live stream, they don't necessarily need a build up to the story in the form of good guy versus bad guy, like who is, it's just to see who is the better person. That's literally the storyline. They know they are great. They know they are the top two on NXT, and they are going to show which one is the better between the two of them. And the winner basically got a bonus, which is the NXT, which is winning the NXT title. So yeah, Carmelo Hayes is taking this title, and then Braun Breaker is going to got called up to the main roster. And I think I'm going to put a little prediction here. One of these two things is going to happen. Either John Cena or Austin Theory won the title, won the US title at WrestleMania, and then either on Raw or Night 2 of WrestleMania, they're going to hold a an open challenge for the United States title, and then groundbreaker music hits. He debuted on the main roster, and then he beats whoever is the current US title, and he becomes the United States champion immediately. And I think that would be a great way to introduce him to the main roster. So yeah, that's all of the prediction that I have for NXT Stand and Deliver. So if we recap a little bit, let's see the what are the predictions that I made. NXT Tag Team Championship Triple Threat match. The Gallows wins. Um, Team Chase U versus Schism. The Schism wins. Fatal 5-Way for the North American Championship. Wesley wins. NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win. And then Johnny Gargano versus Grayson Waller. Johnny Gargano wins. And then NXT Women's Championship ladder match. Roxanne Perez wins. And then the main event, Carmelo Hayes wins. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you guys would share your opinion on if you guys disagree with my prediction or if you have your own prediction. Don't leave the comment down below. I will make a post later on. We can discuss on that post because it would be a lot better than discuss it on this live stream. Not a lot of people would see this the replay of the live stream, so I'm going to post my prediction on the community tab pretty soon. But thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow on another live stream. My name is Defaja, and I'm signing out.